Right on. Okay, so this one from Karl McCarthy. Uh, I thought this is super, super fun. What stood out to me most about this was just like the color palette and just the complete irreverence. You know, there was so many things about this that were just off the wall, super funky, and it was a joy to go through. I think some of the improvement was the actual mark. I wasn't sure why we were making some of the decisions that we were making. Things like the little tail on the P, the changes that we made to the S, it just didn't hit me as hard as some of the other marks. And maybe it's because I'm not seeing it, but that could go into, we definitely need to see and understand what the designer is intending in that first take. I thought that the mock-ups were really fun. One thing that creeped both me and Stephanie out, though, is if we go down, it was the toys. Keep going.
I literally gasped. I was like, oh.
Those ones.
Creepy.
Those fuzzy toys are so creepy. So, and this was another one where I think like we just kind of wanted more. We wanted more, either make it more complex or drill something down to its bare essence. And the packaging missed the mark a little bit for me just because I wanted more elements in there. And I'm also a bit sensitive to the use of AI, and it was pretty heavy in this. And so I was like, all right, I'm trying to like place where the packaging missed the mark here. And I think it was really just like it was too simple without being minimal. And so I wanted to bring in more elements. Steph, what did you think on this?
Yeah, I think the same thing with AI. I'm also very sensitive to the use of AI, and I appreciate the use of AI. I am not 100% against it, but if I can be like, that's AI, that's where I think we need to start thinking about how we can make the image not so AI. I do really like the shape of the packaging itself. And in terms of the mark, I actually don't mind the tail on the Phantom being, a little different. I think for me, it's like these, if we could scroll all the way up to the main mark, I think for me, it's more of are we making conscious decisions of making every letter form different? Because if we are, then the two P's at the bottom need to be different. And I think that's what it's like. While the top P is the one that bothers Ben, it's that the two P's on the bottom are the same that bugs me. I think the A could use a little bit of refinement. There's a lot of heavy space where the bowl meets the stem. And I think that's just, the where the negative space in the aperture of the A should align over to the right more. Little things like that. But once again, I'm just thrilled to see some custom lettering. It's always a treat to see. Love the colors as well. I think, I'm a sucker for atypical holiday colors, and purple and green for me are just like so fun as opposed to the traditional purple and orange. I think maybe a little overboard on the types. I think this is where it's like every type is a little spooky and they start to just kind of blend together and not let the mark stand out as much as it could. So I think just toning down some of those choices would be an idea. Super fun concept. But yeah, man, those little plushies, just creepy as hell.
Yeah. I love seeing this. Appreciate you, Carl. This was great.
Like the ideas behind the campaigns. It's not just like a social media of candy. It's like you've got fun things going on. But man, that one, I was like, whoa.